Wednesday night marks another historic moment for women's hockey when the first playoff game is played in the PWHL when Toronto hosts Minnesota.
You take it in for a minute and think of this is pretty cool, and think of all the people that made this opportunity possible for us. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just another hockey game, and that's how we approach tonight as well.
Toronto finished first in the standings, and because of that, they were able to pick who they would take on out of the third or fourth place teams.
I think it's special, it's unique. I mean, when I first heard the league was going to do it, we were excited about it. We thought it was great from a fan's perspective and an interest perspective. And at that point, not knowing we were going to be that team to have to select it.
She scores! Going into Wednesday night's game, Toronto has only lost one game in the last 2 months and lead the league in goals scored, while Minnesota is on a 5-game losing streak, including a game against Toronto at the beginning of May.
Our whole group is just really excited. I mean, we worked hard all season to get to this point, so now that it's finally here, we're just ready to go out there and execute and get the job done tonight.
Both teams are stacked with talented players that range from national champions to Olympic gold medalists. In most women's hockey leagues leading up to the PWHL, it was a tournament-style playoffs, meaning they would only face a team once. So the PWHL format of best-of-5 games is new for many players.
It's actually really interesting. I think a lot of people maybe wouldn't be aware of this, but a lot of the women's game is sort of tournament style. So I asked our group how many people in the room have played in a 3-on-5 series, and there's 2 in our entire group that have played in a series. So I think that just adds an interesting dynamic.
There is so much excitement surrounding the league and its inaugural season, with Toronto selling out every home game before the season even started.
Phenomenal. It's been an unbelievable year. It's been, you go back to a year ago when they started this league and announced this league and started functioning, having a draft, and see where we are today with our first playoff games coming up. It's been phenomenal.
Yes, that was former NHL GM Brian Burke, who is executive director of the PWHL Players Association. When I asked him whether or not the league would be looking at expanding past 6 teams, he says nothing is off the table. For City News, I'm Lindsay Dunn.